think you're supposed to drink that.
Agent Cobra Bubbles.
We have a blue dog to catch.
Shut up! No, wait!
How's it going, everyone? Justin Crumley here with the Cujo Productions channel. Welcome to another edition of The Film Cave. Today we're going to be talking about the live-action Lilo and Stitch. Now, this movie's been out for a couple of weeks, so yeah, this review is coming a bit late. This film is directed by Dean Fleischer Camp, and it stars Sidney Gudon, Maya Kiloa, Zach Galifianakis, and Billy Magnuson. And the basic plot to this film is roughly the same as the animated film from 2002, with some changes to the story, and we will get into that. So with that being said, I do want to issue a spoiler warning in case you haven't seen the live-action film and you want to, by some chance, you haven't heard any of the changes that have been made, but that's kind of going to be the focal point of this review, so this is going to be a bit of a different review. For one, there's no Captain Gantu. Jumba Jookuba takes his place as the main villain of this film, more or less. He kind of is like this movie's version of like a mad scientist gone crazy kind of thing with crazy ambitions to take over the universe. And I don't remember if they mentioned in the original animated film, but I can tell you in this one, they just flat out mentioned that their parents die. And it's unexpected. They leave these two on their own, leaving Nani to take care of her little sister. So they let you know in this film what kind of situation these sisters have found themselves in. And like I said, I don't remember if they mentioned that in the original animated film, but if they didn't, it's kind of a more, I think, like puts a bit of a darker spin on their relationship. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, by all means. There's also the CPS agent in this film is played by the original voice actress for Nani in the 2002 animated film, so that's really cool. I love when they do stuff like that. And Cobra Bubbles in this film is a FBI agent, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought he was in the animated film as well. I remember the scene at the end where he's talking to the one alien woman who was like the leader of the whole big thing at the beginning of the film, and he mentioned how he saved the planet by basically convincing her that mosquitoes were an endangered species and the Earth was essentially farming them to help the population, which is hilarious. That's not in this film at all. They don't mention it at all, which honestly I was a little disappointed in that. The last change that I'll get into is the controversial ending, that being that Nani goes to college at the end of the film and leaves Lilo to be raised by their neighbors, who play a bit of a bigger role in this one. A lot of people were not too happy about that one. This film got a lot of negative bashing, and I saw this a couple of weeks ago, and I'll be honest, maybe it's because I don't have like a super strong connection with the original animated film. I was 9, like literally a week away from turning 10 years old at that point, so I was a little older, and it's not that I didn't like animated films or Disney films even. It was just that when this film came out, I didn't really have that like nostalgic connection to it. However, my little sister did. She, when we were kids, she constantly played the movie a lot, so I'm kind of surprised I don't remember like a whole lot of details about it. But anyway, yeah, personally did not hate this movie. I really didn't. And I don't know how well that opinion's going to sit with most people, but yeah, I didn't really have much of an issue with this film. Uh, I thought some of the changes were, like, fine. They didn't really bother me for the most part. If there was any issues I had with the movie, it's that some of the pacing was a bit uneven. Some parts could have used a little bit of more time to kind of linger and let the emotional moment kind of settle in a bit. But other than that, I didn't think this movie was really that bad. For a live action Disney remake, I do feel like I should add that caveat. My understanding is that this could be the last one, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I really am. I would love to see Disney do more like 2D animated films, like in that classic Disney style. That's what I'd personally love to see more of, but I'm not holding my breath that we're going to get anything like that. So, honestly, for a live action Disney remake, and if this truly is the last one, I really don't think this one was that bad. I thought it was alright. Do I think it's better than the 2002 animated film? No, not necessarily, no. I would probably prefer to watch that one over the live action one, but that's only because I tend to prefer animated over live action anyway, at least when it comes to Disney, if it's not Star Wars or Marvel. Although I do love some animated Star Wars stuff, like Clone Wars or The Clone Wars. Yeah, anyway, I'm spiraling. So yeah, my overall thoughts on this film are that I didn't really think it was that bad. I didn't hate it like a lot of people did. Completely respect everyone's opinion. It's something you can put on to entertain children for a couple hours while you do something, get some, dishes done, whatever. It'll kind of, it's a good film to put on to act as like a bit of a babysitter for a couple hours. It'll do its job. And to be honest, yeah, I personally just didn't think it was that bad. Alright guys, that's all for this review. Be sure to check out my review for the film Bring Her Back. That's going to be coming up pretty soon. I promise my Last of Us Season 2 review is coming. I wanted to kind of sit on it for a bit because I was a bit mixed on that last episode, so I want to kind of parse through, write down some things, and that review could probably end up being longer than my normal reviews, but hey, that's alright. If you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. It really helps me out. And yeah, until next time, I'm Justin Crumley, and this is Cujo Productions saying, stay awesome.